Okay, your sisters are watching as well. Say hi to them.
I know one of
The
them
whole
is.
family.
Yeah, we have three sisters and another brother, and they're watching.
You guys got a full basketball. You guys got a basketball starting lineup and one on the bench. I like it.
Yeah, we got
Where are you?
whole basketball team and a ringer.
And a ringer. Where are you guys located?
I'm in the Oklahoma City area.
Okay, OKC.
OKC.
I'm in Reno, Nevada.
Oh,
Future
Reno.
NBA champions are coming out of OKC.
They are, man. They got a lot of talent down
Yeah,
there.
we should have done it the first year.
Looking good.
Oh, listen to you guys.
Yeah.
With like Durant, you talking about Durant, Harden, and Westbrook? Those years?
Oh man.
Yeah, I was here. I was here for the fire.
Those were the years, man. Anyways, all right, we got a hoop.
Order filled.
I had to. Hey, man, better than fall. I guess we had the Bulls from the 90s, but they've been stinky ever since. Okay.
Yeah.
See if
I was a Bulls fan when I was a kid.
Everyone was, man. You guys
Everyone
got
was,
WGN?
man.
Yeah, you get WGN down there, and you get to watch all the Bulls.
Oh, and I had Super Nintendo NBA.
Order
Jam.
filled.
That was my team.
Yep. Like
There you
He's
go.
on fire.
Slam dunking from the free throw line from the other side of the court.
Ah,
Yeah.
so great. So great. All right, well, it's cool hanging out with you guys. We got these brothers in the house. Their sisters are watching. Whole family's a family affair. Hoops long. MNQ 5889. He's on fire. There we go. There we go.
Order
Yeah, I used
filled.
to at the buzzer soundbite too on one of these.
At the yeah, you guys cracking me up.
All right. You know what? Look ahead that one, okay?
we got Hoop and Zona.
Man.
We got Reno, we got OKC, we got Chicago in the house. It is all across the country right here, right now on Top Step TV.
Hogs, you killing me.
Is he talking about
Order
hogs over
filled.
there?
Yeah, sorry, man. I texted, I messaged Coach Paul. I said, I'm buying hogs down here, and I just bought a one lot. I made $250. I was ecstatic, and now it's 100 higher.
These hogs are gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Who's the absolute best?
Hey, once it's in your
Trying to
blood,
get that
that's what I
Stetson.
used to trade, man. It's hard to stay away.
I love it. I love it.
Trying to get that Stetson coach hoop.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Nick beat me. Nick was a guy who got a Stetson, wasn't he? I think he qualified
He did.
account with trading cattle.
He did.
Yep.
And I'm covering one up here.
You guys still do that, or is that just a?
We get up there.
We will definitely do that again this year. 100%.
Order filled.
Definitely fire that up and give maybe the summertime. Thought it's maybe the summertime lull. There was no summertime lull last year. Shoot. All right, we're gonna try to hold this level here. Nothing on the tilt. 75% short in the gold right now.
Yeah, it's gonna make me lose.
You gotta hang on. You just gotta
We're
grit
gonna
your
go
teeth.
test those lows one more
We're gonna
time.
give it a shot.
Come and get me.
I like it. It's now. I like it. 20,950. We're working a bid down low there. How many times? Jordan or is it
I got
Dylan?
three
Dylan,
and
you're
two on.
3. Cool. Nice.
And there's no volume
That's
on this
only,
ladder.
that's only need
either.
13 points to pass.
Oh, really? Okay, so we might be able to do this on TV. I haven't seen Hogue yet. Are we doing? Here we got a question in the chat. Are y'all doing the meetup in Vegas again this year? Top Step is doing a Vegas trip. A couple months. Maybe we can get a meetup in there, but
Order filled.
it's a pretty fully scheduled event. So we will. But at night there might be time for a Vegas meetup. If you guys are in there in the area, please by all means.
Oh, we get
Stop by and say
Order
hi. All right, we're still
filled.
selling off here in the NASDAQ. We are not done. I want to go, Eddie. We got on this day coming up here. Once the market can just kind of take a breather. All right, this market's going to test this
Stop
21,000 level.
Yeah.
Last trade 21,000, 014. 014. We are selling off.
Oh.
21,000,
How low can you go?
Yeah, man. How low can you go? Indeed. We are working a bid 20,950. Spoos are holding a little strong right now, Hoop. 89s are holding.
Yeah, are we consolidating to go lower, or are we going to try and pop a little bit? We'll see.
That's the question, right? And I'm asking, does this have anything to do with higher mortgage rates that came out? Well, certainly the more, you'll see Hoop always in the chat. He'll always keep an eye on the bonds. If yields continue to go up, the higher the yields go, less the equities are going to like it. So right now, 4.58%. Oh boy.
Order filled.
10-year yields going in the wrong direction. So once we get close to that 4.6%, it is going to put more pressure on the equities to sell off.
I think it's just no long-term buyers are buying right now.
I would agree. Like Hogue said, this could be volumes. Volume's okay today. Nothing to write home about.
It's pretty light.
I mean,
the market's getting shoved
the
around
price
pretty
action's
easy.
not, but the price action is not like negative news price action.
Correct.
Not in my
Pretty
opinion.
pretty orderly sell off. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red bars in a row on the 5-minute. So,
And this is why I'm trading micros today. 2
100%
lots.
smart.
Yep.
Probably don't need 3 on.
Ooh, more selling. Here we go. All right, you're going to test 21,000. All right, we just went dippity 20,000,
Stopped out.
21,000 in the NASDAQ.
Here we go.
Love that. It only cost me $75 to find out.
Great job, Hoop. Good job, Hoop.
Yeah.
I've had this blue line drawn here for like a week. Now,
What price is it?
Someone runs. Hoping they'll run stop. It's at 29.92 ish.
992. Okay. Well,
It
we low the
just
day.
bounced right off of it.
Cool.
But I think they're gonna try to sweep below it.
I think so too. I think there's gonna be some bottom pickers coming in here trying to hold the 21,000s. I mean, it'd be such an obvious trade.
I might
No,
not.
just
I might not have
Where's
it.
Tesla at now?
Good
Oh, I might
question,
turn
Hoop.
up.
Good question. Stand by.
I wonder
I
if
got
this is
Eddie.
a Tesla driven.
I just got
It's
long.
down.
I'm in queue.
3%.
We're long. Who's
George's
long?
long.
Jordan. or Dylan?
I'm long.
Jordan.
Jordan's long from what price, Jordan?
21,004.75.
21,004. Cool. How many times?
5 micros.
5.
Taking one off
QI.
here.
Nice trade. Quick 20
20
point. Look at that. 21 long.
That's the
5
bottom
from Mike.
picker. That's the bottom picker. Who we're talking about.
Sometimes it works. Come on.
Sometimes it
As
does
long as
work.
you're limiting the
Yeah,
risk.
no. I mean, he's
Yeah.
in profit. You got it.
I
Limit
mean,
the
what's
risk. Limit
ATR
the risk.
got to be on this?
I still think it's gonna go down one more, but anything can happen.
Absolutely could.
I
but
took
just,
two,
make
I
sure
took another off.
Well done.
And that's why I
Jordan's
kind of
stepping
told my
in.
brother, I was like, don't trade like I trade. Trade however you trade.
Well,
Definitely a see money, take money type thing.
agree, Hoop.
Mhm.
Yep, I took another off. I have
Target
2 micros
filled.
left.
Nice trade, Jordan.
Might let it run up here.
Yeah, for sure. Now, all right, Hoop, talk to him. How should he manage his stop? All right, he's 40 points in the money right now. 50
What do you
points
have
in the money.
left? How many do you have left?
I have two micros left.
I mean, 60. It looks like looking at M and Q, mid 60s is kind of a high end of the range here. Just
Yeah.
recently,
Mhm.
maybe
You're at
cover
the
one
top
up
of the
there
range.
and then just leave a runner, man. Below. What's your entry? 04?
Yeah.
You cut the bottom.
Sure did.
Order filled.
You might have catch. I mean, you caught the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Listen to him.
Show us your
I
hands,
do.
bro. Show
Look
us
at-
your
look at-
hands. They bleeding?
I love it.
Oh,
man. Hey,
that's-
who's older? Wait, who's older? Who's younger?
I'm
I'm
younger.
older.
Gotcha. I like
Smarter,
it.
but
Sounds
younger.
the top end.
Oh yeah, you might want to cover one up here. Nice.
I cover
trade.
one here and just. I mean, I'd trail the one.
All right, Eddie, coming your way next.
All right.
Nice
I
trade,
did- it
man.
didn't.
On
Should have
TV,
widened that
dude.
stop a little more in the S&Ps. Dang it. Sorry.
Nice
Nice trade, brother.
trade. Jordan coming on here. Buying the 21,004s. What do you got? Are you long two
I
or
got
one
one.
now? You got one left?
One left. I just covered.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. All right, well, while you manage that trade, I want to throw it. We only got 4 minutes left on this VIP lot. I want to have you guys back. You guys are a good time. Hoop is always great to have Hoop on his wisdom. Cracks me up talking about the meats as well. Eddie, come on in. Professor Horn, the first class of 2025. Boys like history because we're about to take a trip down memory lane. What's up, Eddie? Professor Horn.
Oh, bully. Yes, let's hit the magic gong and let's travel back in time. The year 2001, December 2nd. And yes, this is one that we all probably remember. December 2nd, 2001. And files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Protection in the New York court, sparking one of the largest corporate scandals in U.S. history. energy trading company based in Houston, Texas. Enron was formed in 1985 as a merger of two gas companies, Houston Natural Gas and Internorth, under Chairman CEO Kenneth Lay. Enron rose as high as number 7 on Fortune's magazine Top 500 U.S. Companies in 2000, and then a year later, the company employed 21,000 people, posted a revenue of 111 billion over the next year. However, Enron's stock price began the dramatic slide, like we're seeing Tesla today, dropping from 90.75 in August 2000 to only, check this out, 26 cents by closing on November 30th, 2001. And then we got that picture up there of them taking down the Enron sign.
Stop filled.
Right?
But
I
anyway,
thought it was Blockbuster.
Oh, Blockbuster too.
is there any more? I think there's still Blockbusters around, aren't there? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
But
about
anyway.
that, Eddie. I don't know if there's all right.
I think there's one left.
Is there?
I don't know. I was hoping. I love Blockbuster. But anyway, back to
Eddie.
you, Andre.
Thank you. All right, Jordan, let's get back to this trade. We got a couple minutes left here on the VIP lounge. We got the Pit Raiders. You still long one there, Jordan?
Yeah, still long one. I did move my stop up into take profit, which
Nice.
we'll see if it comes down and hits it. But
Yeah.
figured just let this one run a little bit. I have my take profit at 21.095 right now. But I might just trail this stop, kind of see where it goes, see if we can be our way back up to point of control.
I like
Very,
that.
very nicely done. What's your realized profit on this trade so far, Jordan? I know 4 isn't just riding it.
I think I'm up about
Well done.
3 something, 350 maybe.
Well done. Very well done.
That's right.
21,048.
270 is realized. 270 is realized, and we have about 90 unrealized.
Great job. Nice trade. Way to catch that bottom. All right, Hoop.
Might get one
Dylan.
more push here, top of the hour.
One more push here, top of the hour. Yep, coming up, top of the hour in about 4 minutes. Again, we got the VIP check-in form. That's going to be up for another hour as well. So go tell everyone you know, all your friends, your enemies, your family, sisters, brothers, everybody. Hey, time to check in for that VIP. Number 18. I think there's 7 more to go. Could be a mistake.
There you go.
There we go. Wow, another push higher here. Let's see if we get a 21,000. Wow, that was the trade. Just buy the 21,000s. Seem too obvious,
How
but
many
hey,
point banger?
yeah, very, very nice.
Three-
All right,
3
guys,
years
I want to
ago,
thank you guys so much.
promoted back in.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to say thank you guys for joining us. I'd like to have you guys back. I want to follow you guys' journey because this is pretty cool with the brother dynamic. Yeah, one in OKC, one in Reno, and of course, everyone's favorite coach, Coach Hoop. With that being said, I know we got Shoulder Tap coming up, Mick's in the house, JD and Mick. We got Lunchbox Shane with JD and Hogue. Back to the Futures with Coach J. I saw Coach J in the chat. Talking about skipping school so we go to the Blockbuster liquidation sale. Shame on you, Jay.
Order
And we
filled.
got Power Hour with Dolby, myself, and Aaron Luce. If you guys don't know who Aaron Luce is, please make sure to check in. The guy does some really cool stuff around the globe. He does these trader retreats in Vietnam or Bali, I forget, Asia. He joins us from Europe. Again, Aaron Luce joining us for Power Hour. Anyways, that being said, Hoop, Dylan, Jordan, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be sure to check back in with you. If you guys, Jordan, post, if you're in the chat, make sure to keep us posted on this trade. Anyways, that's all for now. We got Short Tap coming up next with Mick. So you'll kind of move the risk managers in to start off 2025. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Here we go.
Order filled.
Good afternoon, friends and traders. Thank you for your patience. Welcome to the Shoulder Tap. I'm JD. We got Mick from the Risk team here. How are we doing today, Mr. Mick? What's up?
Hey,
man?
new year, new me, right? Got the backwards
Exactly.
hat on. I'm doing fine. Doing fine. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Coming off a nice couple
Stop
days
filled.
off. Actually, Mick and I got together for a couple pops on Tuesday, New Year's Eve, during the day, early on. Just a little lounging.
That was a
Nothing
good time.
crazy.
We need to do that more often. John calls them pops, aka man sodas, beers, pizza and beer. It was a comforting day to close out the year and all the hard work. It's a fun time.
Again,
I know we
got
got a
the
picture of that. I think you
I got a
showed
picture.
that
I'm going to
earlier.
show it right here. There it is. Look at
Get
those
it.
handsome doubles.
Name that spot.
If you are in the Chicago area, can you name this restaurant? All right. We'll leave it up for a couple more seconds, and then we'll move on. But, Mick, what's going on today? We got some outstanding traders to talk about. What's happening
Yeah, we got
to our live traders?
we've got a mixed board on the live accounts today.
Order filled.
Top of the board, we've got Hua Fang. He's up $8,900, 9,000. Joe Lemon, no last names. Joe up 8,600. Woody, Woody's up 6,000. Tran 5,000. Shane 5,000. And the one trader I want to feature today that we are going to feature
Stop
today, and
filled.
we only have one card for the day. Richard, he was up $8,900 earlier. Well, he's not anymore. He's actually down on the day, which is
Richard.
a whiff. And let me see, I had messaged the Risk team to reach out to them about calling this guy to lock in profits because he would have been snapping a 12-day losing streak of about 24 grand with this $8,900 day. And not so much the case. He's down on the day now. So a little upset about that. And it is what it is. But there's been some movement in the equities. So that's why we're seeing, people who are up big going down if you stay positioned the way that, you were. And, it's not working out. Anyways, I guess let's pull up that trading card because I
let's take a
wanted
look at it.
I want to unpack this a little bit. All right, so Richard out of Florida, Parrish, Florida, 39 days in his live account, net P&L minus almost $700. It's not working out here for
Order
him
filled.
really at all. 18% winning days, 29% winning trades. He's put up a couple big winning days, but they're few and far between. Best day being around $13,500. Worst day, just over the $2,000 daily loss limit on this 100K account. Average winning days of $4,800 are, better than the average losing days of only, $1,900. But again, there's not a lot of winning days. So we've got 82% of these trading days being losers. So if you're losing 82% of the time, 2-to-1 average winning day percentage isn't going to cut it. And that's what we're seeing here. Like I mentioned, when I was rattling off that he was up $8,900 at one point in time during the day, that would have been snapping a 12-day losing streak, which was over $24,000. 12 days in a row, hitting your daily loss limit. There's something wrong with that. Tells you that your strategy is not working in the current market environment. While I was looking at this trade report, John, and I'm kind of going to jump ahead. I guess I'm not really jumping ahead. We're talking about the guy. So I'm going to talk about him. He's got really long hold times here on these trades. 4 hours and 17 minutes on the winning trades, 2 hours and 6 minutes on the losing trades on average.
All right, guys. So we're going to try to wait out for this triple bottom right here. In this zone right here, you've got some major support. It's been tested twice. And whenever you get this little W formation, it's definitely a win. But it could break out lower. So I'm going to wait until I make sure that it stays above this this bottom of the Bollinger.
Time frame are you looking
If
at?
it breaks anywhere below that, then we're looking at 20,
What time?
950,
This guy's trading at
955-ish.
So he's looking at
This
5
blue
minutes.
line to be another mark of support to go down a little bit lower. But it's looking like it's just a little bit of a retracement at this point.
If you are basing your trades off what you're
And this
seeing
is on the NQ. Here's the little super dom for it.
significantly lower hold times.
And I've got another trade on
4 hours, or even 2 hours for that matter.
Top Step with micro Bitcoin futures.
What I'm getting at is someone holding for 4 hours.
I see this maybe coming through, but it's literally moving the same form
You should not be
as
basing
the
trades
NQ
off
at this point. It's a little weird to see that, but we'll take it,
15, 30-minute hourly. Now, there's nothing wrong with the top-down approach and looking at higher time frame to base your
Well,
trade
if you're
on.
new to the chat, let me know where you're from, what you doing, if you trade. If you're interested in trading, I'd be glad to help you get back to the drawing board and get you a strategy and get you set up for success.
Off a 5-minute chart with the exception with the
I'm waiting for a quad
expectation to hold them
divergence
for up to 3
on
hours.
the bottom of this thing
On the
in
winners,
this zone.
2 hours on the losers.
And then I'm going to go in 3 contracts heavy, large stop loss down to here.
I'm probably pitching those trades.
So that's like what,
within the hour,
maybe
as far as closing out at a loss or taking my profits for where I thought the market was going to go to.
85?
It almost looks
Yeah,
like
880.
Richard's like
No,
doing
880.
a 9 to 5 gig. He's using the 5-minute chart to
But this increasing does look a lot better.
smaller time frame and then just holding it all day long.
Just even the wicks of the sticks. That really looks good. There's a lot of buyer support in this zone.
And we talked about
And strong sticks moving up.
That means 82%.
I hope I've already missed it. I truly do. But there's no quad. So, I mean, there is one right here, but it's not. That's not what I'm looking for.
So
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't
And I've got Top Step just playing in the background if you guys are wondering what that is.
a minute ago, this screams to me, it shouts to me, like putting a trade on, I'm either going to win or I'm going to lose.
Yeah, you got a 50-50 chance, man. Flip a coin. You don't know what this stuff's going to do. You can, TA it to death and do all the technical analysis you want to, but at the end of the day, you're just really hoping for a win. This is going to be triple support if it sticks right here. If it sticks right here, I'm definitely going to. I've got to go in.
This is ugly.
I see it trying to go a little bit lower.
With the long holds and stuff, it's probably over.
But then again, if it goes back down to here, in this or next couple of sticks, that might give me that quad divergence I'm looking for. But I don't know. We'll find out. It's interesting to watch. It really is.
More than 3 times what his average trading is. So he's over trading today, that's for sure.
Who is?
I would have called it over trading after
Who you talking about?
8,900 to
Hey, I'm up for the day, bro.
lock in like 60.
They ain't talking about me. They're talking about somebody.
I don't know.
And that's okay, too.
Don't want to be doing. John, I don't think we had really
If you're up,
planned
just
to
stop,
screen
bro.
share.
Take a low risk trade if you want to, but
So
just
last
enjoy the
year,
green.
We did a little screen share of what his trade report
Enjoy
was.
the green.
Going forward, I think we're going to move away from these trade reports. Actually
Like a
start
Coke
doing
reflex.
A screenshot of the trade reports themselves. We need to.
I'm still chugging coffee myself. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning playing Fortnite
I think
with one of my trader buddies and her wife. So that was pretty cool.
The data to be talking about
And their friends.
discussing what you see on this trade report, these trading cards here. Benefits. You'll be able to follow along a little bit more closely, and all the viewers will get more granular.
I'm just seeing this thing be,
trading that we're
I mean, it's
talking
major
about.
support
Allows you to follow the
already,
story
but
better, which, will
I
help,
need that quad divergent.
help you,
That's before you're going to get any kind of big move.
the more you
You're going to have a
understand
quad divergent.
So you're not just hearing it from me, you're actually seeing it.
And you'll see this RSI hit 30.
Or Jack and I, or Jay, Hoagland and I.
This is already below 20, but it's a little stagnant. I don't like that.
If you give me a minute, I could actually get this trade report up. But if you want to answer a question from the chat,
Yeah, it's gonna have to go a little bit lower.
trade report. You want to do that real
As
quick?
long as it's an easy question. I'm only taking layups Thursday today.
This is a layup. It comes from JD, not this JD. There's another JD in the chat. JD wants to know, how does someone have 12 days?
Let me see. It's
winning
saying
the
I have to
daily
sign
loss
in to
and
view my
0
chat, so that's a
live?
little weird.
There's a couple different reasons for that.
Let's see. Start a
Care to
Q&A.
explain? Oh,
Yeah,
this
we
guy
can
still
do the
is.
math.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we
let's
can-
start a
we can do
Q&A.
the math here.
Start a poll.
$2,000 roughly. $4,000. He started with more. You could do the math here too. Traded 39 days on this account with an average, P&L of minus $690. So that gives you an idea of, how much he's lost since he started. Just do the math there. So yeah, he had a pretty healthy account balance coming out of the XFAs when we called him up to live. But this performance in live is not very good. And in my experience with prop firms and speaking with others, it's something Andre and I talk about.
Hey, there we go. We got a poll.
Dre, the firm he was with, they said if you have 2 losing days in a row, you should probably be taking the week off. Where I came from, if you have 3 losing days in a row,
This is the zone
it's not working.
that apparently that we have found
Capital.
before it takes off.
That's not one size fits
And
all.
zones are okay. You
$100
need a
a
zone
day,
because it literally gives you
average winning days and
like
average
a
losing
bit
days.
of a
Multiple
divergence. So here
doesn't count.
we've got one on the channels, and then we've got another one
I've got to look at this in 2 ways. Like
here,
I'm just bleeding.
just like this.
Pump the brakes, stop, reevaluate what I'm doing.
And then we've got another one
Here, the metrics
trying to go here.
Card, this trade report are
So I'm thinking the 3rd, 4th, or 5th, we'll definitely see something go pretty good here.
New Year's resolutions last week or the week before it, because this is something that can't continue. Obviously, the performance is overwhelmingly negative, and when you are seeing that out of yourself, remember we're all here to make money, but capital preservation is number one. This is
Capital is number one when you're trying to preserve it. And what they mean by that is to minimize your risk as much as possible. That's why we're waiting. Like, we're in the middle of action here. Why would we get in right here? That would be foolish. Like, that's literally the worst time to go, is in the middle of the Bollinger. That's the worst time to go. Oh my God.
And talk to Richard. He's flat right now.
And I've done that before. And then I've entered like up here to go short, and it continues to go up in the form of the Bollinger. And then I literally have lost my position to where my entry is literally the stop loss. So it's kind of crazy to see that happen. But it happens to me. I'm sure it happens to other people too. It's just funny to see that, All right, so we've got a little bit bigger of a channel here. Steeper channel.
Damage was already done, but they're disabled for the rest of the day. So today will be one day in the last 13 days where Richard doesn't hit his daily loss limit, and the risk team. We didn't help him lock in.
A little bit of a retrace candle, possibly.
We whiffed on that wiffle ball. We'll at least be
But nothing severe.
$1,000.
And then it'll hopefully hit that top Bollinger. Bollinger, BB.
But like I said, day late, $10,000.
Whatever you call it. Oh, it got bigger.
And talk to these traders live on TV.
Look at this. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it?
It would be funny though to do a live shoulder tap, a live phone call shoulder tap.
If they ever call me live, I'm gonna pat my pants. Like, oh my God! Don't call my phone.
Just like you and I said, man.
And my phone's dead anyway, so it wouldn't do any good. They're like, "Why are you trading right
See
now?"
what we can do. We'll bring it up.
I wonder.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I like the idea of that. It could be.
Hold on.
You'll get a little.
Let me go back and look and see where my trade is.
I know a few weeks ago.
I'm literally on dead even right now. Like, there's no profits earned or made. Oh God. Let's see. I entered here. just because it broke the resistance of here. So it broke out of the channel and I entered right here. And I'm up. So that's okay. But I'm waiting for it to group all of this fair value gap and then hit up here for like 76 bucks. I could go ahead and get out now and be up $10, but why fool with it, you know? If it acted like it was going to go like really severely tank, then I would get out. But it's not really that big a deal. My loss is 66. I'm up $630 for the day.
I would love to have Richard on today.
So that would keep me above 550 for my daily
We used to
win.
do roast my trades on Fridays. We could have Richard on, and we could roast today. Roast his Thursday.
That was a
Among
very
other
popular
things.
segment.
This thing is seriously trying to
Yeah,
go
it takes
up.
a couple
It's
of days
hilarious.
to get consent to bring up their trade reports.
I just hope nobody goes in right here to go up because that would really hurt them.
It definitely wouldn't
It's
be
already
a
retracing.
real-time situation.
Not a good position.
In the case of Richard, we could probably get him on tomorrow.
We could possibly get away with a short if it ever hit this Bollinger right here.
JD, it could be very funny because we with all the traders that we have, there's a lot of personalities there, and that would be a little bit of a gamble to have an unproven person in real time come on while they're emotional talking about the risk exposure that they've got to the markets. We might have to cut that short, or we might have to have Eddie right there with his finger on the button for bleeping things out and stuff like that. It could be fun. It'd be tradertainment.
Yeah, it would be raw. It would be pure.
They're so crazy.
The reactions, the emotions. There wouldn't be any faking it. That's for sure.
Oh, I've heard some wonderful things on.
We're in this zone right here.
And I've
Up and down, up and down, up and down.
most people are ladies and gentlemen, but there are some maniacs
Are
as I
waiting
say,
for the money.
that I've been on the other end of the line with. And again, emotions run high. So I love the idea. I love the idea. It sounds fun. Maybe we can make some version of that happen.
I'll talk to the production team in our meeting later on today. We meet every single day, guys.
There you
After the
go.
show. Our day doesn't end when the show ends.
I was wondering where my chat went,
Together,
dude.
talk about what was good, what was bad, any new ideas. So this is going on the list for.
Like to be the one that replies, you know what I mean? It's only courteous
We've got
of me to do that. That's why I'm streaming.
We want to take
Got questions about trading or any of that nature, I'm here to answer them.
Anybody in the chat?
Or get you in it.
Question for either Mick or myself. I'll be here in the next half hour with Hogue too for lunchbox trading. So what was I going to say? If you have a question for me, maybe save it for then. We got a question for Mick.
1050 in the hole here. I don't really see that. That's probably going to be a retracement all the way down to here.
Speaking of lunches and lunch,
Well, 97, 70, and then go back up again.
I know I am pouring
And that's
some
okay.
here for Richard, but Richard's probably
That's why we're just doing like a,
lunchboxes. He's probably
it's a
on
test
that,
trade really,
after
just
this
to make
segment.
sure that the zone is there.
Been there before myself though, so it's not something anybody in the industry had.
All right, it's come down to here and it's bought back up. So there's a lot of buyer support all the way up
We
this
actually
thing.
we got a good question in the chat.
Oh, look, if we could get these to come down and hit this 20, we're poised to go up. Oh, it's coming. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, guys. Look, here it goes. Come on down to the Bollinger. Come on down to the Bollinger. That's going to be like a new bar I put in New York or something. I'm going to call it the Bollinger. Come on down to the Bollinger. That would be hilarious, bro. Or EMA. Come on down to the EMA. That's hilarious. Be a trader's bar. And God, you need one. You really do. Not even joking. I don't drink, but damn, this could really make you drink. Like it could push a man to drink or a woman to drink. Especially if you're emotional about it. That's where it really hurts. Because this is money that you could have had versus what you've taken out. You know what I mean? Or versus what you've lost. So there's two negatives to this and one positive.
just
Uh,
detach myself from the soybean buys,
the money you've lost and the money you could have had, that's the hurt. And then the money that you took out, that's the good one. That's the good one.
Daily basis from losing money.
All right, so we're seeing the 60
and it was one of the greatest things
stochastics fast go up
taking
above
time
20.
away, but also
So this is another play just to get it down
needs to have in their
to the
toolbox
zone
as
again.
like last resort, but if
And
you
it
see
takes
what
such a
we
long
was
time to do this.
18
Let's check something
82%
else out. Let's
losing
look
days
at
with 49
crude.
days and daily loss limit every day. Like
Okay,
bench
so we've
in a
got
way,
below the EMA,
nobody likes
the
losing
200,
money
so that's on a
after the
downtrend.
lead. Like you have no business taking risk in the market.
And it's
You
Doritoing.
don't have business, trading 1 to 3 contracts. If you're participating, you should be doing micros. Micro.
And it looks like it's in a zone too, kind of
$1.25 a tick.
just in this
Directly
stuck
from the mouth
area.
of the risk team, guys. All right, real quick, Nick. Brendan in chat wants to know: is the risk team available 24 hours, 6 days a week?
Found support here. I called that
For
trade.
the trader, is
That was
trading the
nice.
Extended sessions, the overnight session. Is there a risk manager on call?
And they're trying
Call
to
an possible
break.
trade?
They've definitely broken the trend of
No,
this.
I mean, we keep an eye on the markets and our exposure, throughout the evening, but we sleep.
They've broken that trend.
Phones are off at 4 o'clock.
So there's a new low.
All right, guys. Mick, thank you for the
Our
time.
low,
Thanks for
lower
those
low.
questions. That's all the time we have for. You got it.
And that
That's
W
all
was
the time
very
we have,
weak.
folks. Stick around.
It didn't even hit the top of the support.
I'm going to hang out with Hogue for another half hour, and we're going to do lunchbox trading. We're going to talk about the markets, maybe find.
I'm liking a short right here, I think.
Questions from you there in the chat. We're going to put a.
But the stochastics are pushing up. I don't like that.
Or I a question. This sort of
RSI just kind of
new
bounced.
take on an old concept.
I don't know what it's doing really.
We're replacing
Just trying to get lower.
Sort of this new trading element involved. So stick around. Should be pretty interesting. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with lunchbox.
Yeah, I see this going up.
All right, Tops Up TV. Let's go.
To possibly the top of the Bollinger here. After it maybe hits this red line, the 200 EMA. Okay. So I've just now found out that I need to turn down my speakers. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. My headset is supposed to cancel out a lot of noise that's around me. It's an Astro A40 with a mix amp. I love it, but it's really hard to stream with because it cuts me off and it gives you like half the words that I'm saying. It's kind of weird. So I do apologize about my mic. I do have a streaming mic. I just need to put it in here and like reset it up. Yeah, so that blue line is a support zone here that it broke resistance out of, and so it's trying to hit that zone again. I just don't see any real trade right here. I mean, you can go short down to this, but why would you? I mean, it's guaranteed to go down there. Look, it's going. There it is. It broke through this. It's going to go back down to here to 26.67, and then it's going to find support again, just like it did over here, and then we go right back up again. But we'll wait for this quad to hit first. Now we're just waiting for quads. Like anywhere we can find one would be nice. This is down 30. Okay, we can actually buy more contracts. A better cost average. And we wait. See, that just pushed them all below 20, except the 440 and the 1060 or 610. Back up. All right, so we're in this zone, and looks like it's breaking through. And that's on the 10-minute chart. 5.
Welcome back, friends and traders. This is Lunchbox Trading, formerly known as Group Coaching. You got John the Goat Hoagland. I'm JD. We're going to be answering some questions. We're going to be looking at charts. We're going to be possibly taking a trade. I just realized I got to share my charts. Hang on a second. And now I'm sharing charts.
Almost.
All right, Hoag, what's going on today?
I mean, almost.
A lot more
Let's
action
count
than
to
I
a few
kinda
Better
trades.
position.
expected.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
We,
There's been a lot of movement in equities.
Yeah, more than I was expecting. Once we took out that IB low in the Nasdaq and opened that next 30-minute bar below that in the Nasdaq, that was it. Now it's all sellers. We're right on the lows. I was looking for an opportunity for a short along the highs of this 5-minute kind of balance area we've got here. Get the chance before the session, but we'll see if we get another chance at something here. Here's the S&Ps. It had a failed downside auction earlier, but as soon as we started taking out that low of the session, we opened that next 30-minute bar below that initial balance low. It's all sellers from that point forward, and that's what's been kind of proving here. Got the possibility of hitting a weekly kickoff low in the S&Ps, which is 58.55. We continue this push to the downside, but
Order
right
filled.
now with the way things are kind of lining up, I'm just looking at fading the extremes of the current 5-minute balance we're looking at here.
Yep. What do you have as your range in the Nasdaq?
Order
That
filled.
5-minute balance. Let me pull up.
So let's call it around 21,075 to 80. Let's call the low right around 20,000, 21,000 down to 2990 in that area. We just took a look down there, down to what is this? 993 and a quarter. That would have been a nice little opportunity to
filled.
try and take a long against that previous low. But it looks like it might give us that opportunity to look for the short in the upper extreme of the area of balance, either in the S&P or in the Nasdaq.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get that in just a few minutes here.
Yeah, it
Strong
looks
little
that
pop.
way.
We're halfway back through that 5-minute range. So So we got the house count open. Let me move over to my live account. If we get to the other extreme of this range, we will pop on a trade. All right, folks. There's a question form pinned to the chat right now. You'll see it right at the top. It says Lunchbox Trading Form. If you click on that, put a question in there. Hogue and I are here to answer your questions. Let me pull up the response form right now.
Is it
Hogue, I
still,
didn't have it
still the same response form?
Yeah, it's the same one from earlier this week and last week.
Cool.
So we've got some
Stop
questions
filled.
in. Yeah, got a couple questions. Shubham's in there. We get a question today from Shubham. Crypto trades, Kevin and Johnny. Let's see. We're doing this in real time, so I got to vet the questions real quick. How do futures options and equity markets contribute to price discovery and influence each other? Question from Shubham. How do all these different derivatives and different products help the overall price discovery in a market? Interesting question.
It is a very interesting question. So, well, I mean, futures, options, equity markets, they're all basically individual markets, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got your options market, you got your futures markets, and the options are based off of the futures markets or the stock or whatever the option is based on. The equity markets, stocks, how do they contribute to price discovery and influencing each other? Influencing each other is an arbitrage. So let's say you have a a stock index future that is out of line with the cash futures or the cash in the equity futures in the equities. Let's say SPX versus ES. Arbitragers will take advantage of those price differentials. They'll sell the one that's more expensive, buy the one that's cheaper, and as they come back in line, they'll liquidate those positions. As far as futures are concerned, when it comes to equities, they're based on the equity markets. So the stocks, the underlying basis for the futures market is going to be really what's going to drive the futures markets. And there
Order
are
filled.
differences. There are anomalies. Sometimes one will get too expensive. Sometimes one will get too cheap.
Order
and it's those
filled.
arbitragers that keep those in line. They're very efficient at it these days. I remember, JD, if you remember, like when the S&Ps and the ES were trading side by side,
Mm-hmm.
there were
Order
times
fi-
when
stop
the ES or the S&P would get way out of line with the mini S&Ps. A lot of traders did that. I know Michael was somebody who did that in the Dow. So, let's say, for example, in the ES, you've got 58.82
Order filled.
bid, and a
Target
broker
filled.
comes in and you see that he's got a sell order and you
Order
bid
filled.
81 even bid, and he sells you 50 at that one even bid, then you sell 250 minis against that. And if you can profit, you bought one evens. If you could sell
Order
250
filled.
at two even, you just made a point on 50 bigs or 250 minis. That's how they affect each other, is by doing that arbitrage to keep them in line. Price discovery is what these markets are all about, is where is value,
Order filled. Stop
where
filled.
is
Exactly.
Order filled.
fair
Stop
price.
filled.
And that's across all markets and all auction processes.
Hope
Order
that helps you out,
filled.
Shubham. Good question. Always getting good questions from Shubham. All right, Hogue, we're back towards the bottom of this little 5-minute range that we've been in. You still like a long down here?
I was hoping for a short, but we can try a long. I like the S&Ps.
Stop filled.
You like buying the S&Ps over the NASDAQ right now? Let's see. S&P looks
Either.
a little bit weaker.
Either, really. Which do you like?
If we're playing the range, I kind of like the NQ a little better, just because you get more bang for your buck playing a range on the NQ.
So we're at
But
20.
I do also like continuation of the downside if we break out here. So we'll keep size.
Because we're putting in lower
small.
highs.
just bounced off.
It's almost more of a downward triangle than a actual balance.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Signals are all lining up bearish, but we still have opportunity for a nice cheap long here. We know where our risk is, and we know where we're getting out. We'll be getting out at the opposite extreme, the upper end, the upper edge of this little range here. But
Yeah,
we'll
I mean, if we're
continue
gonna
to
look
monitor
strong,
that.
yeah, we'll watch it. I'd like to get a little better trade location if we're going to try longs.
Yeah, for sure. We are monitoring this market and you're posting on trade. Until that time, though, we got a question about the initial balance from Kevin. Kevin wants to know, do failed downside auctions usually lead to initial balance rotations, or can extensions happen in the later hours? Follow-up question, when does the current day's initial balance become less significant? Well, on a day like today, when we've moved so far away from the initial balance low, is that still an area of significance? If we
It
were to
would be for
rotate
me,
back
yes.
up again? Yeah.
For me, yeah. Yeah. To take a look at the S&Ps in a 30-minute, because the S&P was a real failed downside auction. Does a failed auction usually lead to an IB rotation? Well, when we were looking at this, we had Nick for a tick who was long below that, which was a really good long. So you probably heard me say, when we have a failed downside auction, typically you're going to possibly see a rotation to the upper extreme of the range or the initial balance
Order
high.
filled.
That didn't happen this time. So there's nothing that says usually going to happen. It's all about probabilities. Now, when we were in the uh, morning recap, I said, I'm looking for this market to rotate higher. It traded basically to value high on the day. I was looking for it to rotate closer to the IB high, but we also said, we have a few road bumps in place. On the 30-minute bar here, you can see well, let's go with the 5-minute. You can see, which I think was what we were looking at. So here it is. It's now 11 o'clock. We're in the recap. I'm thinking, okay, well, here's that failed downside auction. Initial balance is way up here, but we got to get back through and hold above the VWAPs. We've got session anchored session VWAP, this pink line. We have overnight session VWAP, this yellow line, and we were really having trouble holding above that. The fact that we were having trouble holding above that, if I were holding that long, I would have said, you know what, this is not really working out the way I would hope, because I'm looking for continuation to the upside. If I had multiples on, I would have certainly lightened up, maybe left the runner on, and if the runner didn't work out, probably would have had to stop somewhere below this swing low around, let's call it 59.44. And once that got taken out, now we're thinking, all right, we may be in a little bit of trouble. And once the 30-minute bar closed below the initial balance low, and this was basically the 30-minute bar close right here. Once that next bar opened below it, this becomes your risk, and you're looking for shorts at that point. So the initial balance low does still come into play. It was supportive. It then became a failed support, resistance here. So somewhere between 59.15 and 59.30 is your risk if you're going to be looking for shorts. If we do get to the IB low, this shortens your risk because you just want it to basically hold below the IB low. So it's still important. And if we were to do that, take a look at where session VWAP is right at that level, right at the IB low right now. And overnight session VWAP is just above that level. So that becomes your risk. Initial balance is usually going to remain important until
Order
it's run
filled.
through too many times. So even sometimes the previous day's initial balance, high and low, become important levels, at least for me. The extension below the initial balance, below the failed downside auction, was a pretty decent opportunity to look for shorts. And you guys have heard me say probably 100 times where, okay, we've got a potential fail downside auction. The next 30-minute bar opens below the initial balance low. I'll usually say it's all sellers from here, boys. And you typically, probability, you're probably going to see some continuation to the downside. Oh man, we're getting a little bit of an opportunity up near the highs here. We like
Got
this.
real close.
We kind of, while I was yapping, we kind of missed our good trade location there.
Order filled.
Stop me from yapping, JD, would you?
I was watching the market. We didn't get close enough to put a trade on. What do we have? The upper extreme here is around 2180. Just made it up to 64, 65. So wasn't quite close enough to that upper extreme, in my opinion. If you want to stick close to those kinds of rules, or we could start scaling in, but it's all personal preference, right? I just saw a quick question we can answer real quick. Raph wants to know, how do you figure the 5% off the all-time high? It's pretty simple. It's a simple math equation. You just find the all-time high in the market that you're looking at. In contract, all-time high in the ES is right around, is it 6184, Hogue? Does that sound about
Order
right?
filled.
6184, yes.
So you just take 5%
6184.
of, 6184. Let's call it 310 points, and then you would subtract that from the all-time high. So 5% of 6184 is roughly 310. So you just subtract 310 from 6184, and you have your 5% pullback price. Sound easy enough?
Here's what you do. What was it again? What was that high?
6184.
6184.
Order filled.
Times
Stop filled.
0.95 equals
Order filled.
5874.
There you
Stop
go. Simple
filled.
enough. There's your equation.
Order filled. Stop filled.
Just use the measure tool.
Order filled.
Like a
And
tape
I
measure.
think that this
Stop
high
filled.
might have been put in when December was still
Order
the
filled.
front month. This calculation is off of the March all-time high.
There you go. You have it.
Which
The
isn't that
illusion, the
far off.
struggle is real.
Yes.
Stop filled.
I know my maths. I passed the series 3. All right, still looking in on this trade. Back to mid-range. Nothing happening
Order
yet.
filled.
We're looking at the ES and the NQ.
Stop filled.
Should we be looking at a different market right
Order filled. Stop filled.
now? See what's happening in gold. Gold just
well,
bounced off of weekly kickoff high.
Yeah, but with a few participants, I was thinking it'd probably get a little bit magnetic and trade both sides of it for the better part of the session, which kind of has come true. We've been back to it. This is the 30-minute chart. On the 12 o'clock bar, the 12:30 bar, not so much, but we're not really getting a lot of participation away from it. My fear is with the lack of longer time frame traders in the US at least, is that it's going to get magnetic here until more participants come into the marketplace. Now, we mentioned earlier that foreign banks, foreign traders, overseas traders, they're available. Are they going to start pushing the market, or are we going to be waiting for the regular US longer time frame traders? So I haven't been that eager to take a trade against that level here in crude oil just yet, but if we're still hanging around